Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the undisputed star of this weekend's auction circuit. Yeah. Lot 123. The 1936 Mercedes-Benz 540K Baroness von Krieger Special Roadster. Absolutely stunning motor car. Is there a more beautiful car from the pre-war era than this? It is absolutely the prettiest car I've ever seen. I've been chasing this car since 1992 when I got a call from an attorney who's representing an estate, and he said, I got this old car and I want to know what it's worth. And I said, well, tell me a little bit about it. And he said, well, it's black. And I said, well, I can't tell you too much about it if you tell me it's just black. And I said, tell me a little bit more. And he said, well, it's a Mercedes. I said, well, okay, great, it's a Mercedes. How old is it? He said, well, I think it's, maybe from the 1970s. I said, oh, okay, no, the 1970s. Can you describe it a little bit more, sir? And he said, well, it has, it's got a lot of dirt on it. Okay, sir, I can't tell you. It's from the 1970s. It's going to be, I don't know. Tell me a little bit more about it. He goes, it has pipes coming out of the side. Pipes coming out of the side. So that does not sound like a car from the 1970s. And then he said, it's a two-seater open car, and it has spare tires on the back. And it's got these long, flowing fenders. I said, sir, do you have a photograph of this car? Because this was pre-computer JPEG age. He said, yes. I said, go to the fax machine, and I'm going to go to my fax machine, and just put the photo in. And so here comes the photo, and out the fax paper roll rolls this stunning car. I saw it, and I didn't know it existed. I thought this car had been lost in the war. He said, sir, I'm going to be in Connecticut tomorrow. And I hopped on a plane overnight from California to Connecticut, and I was the first car person to see this car in over 50 years. It had been stored, locked away in a warehouse in Connecticut, and I had been chasing it ever since then. Well, I was not able to get it. He said, the funny part was, when I saw it in the warehouse, it was of course covered in dust and dirt, but everything was there. And I looked in and I saw that unusual radio, and those of you that have seen it while I was on view, there's a spectacular radio with all the European cities on it, and I had never seen that before. And in the ashtray were the Baroness's cigarettes with her pink lipstick. It was like a step back in time. He said, so what's it worth? $50,000? I said, no.
Opening bid.
Yeah. I said, no, it's worth more than that, sir. So anyway, I told him that he had quite a valuable piece on his hands, and it got caught up in litigation. I was unable to get it. I've been chasing it ever since then. And so it was my great privilege to have it consigned to us here today. It's freshly restored by Chris Charlton, one of the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance award-winning restorers. It is one of the most spectacular pre-war cars ever to come to auction. Ladies and gentlemen, the Baroness von Krieger 540K Special Roadster.
I have nothing to add to that, David. That's the most wonderful, wonderful story, as befits a truly magnificent motor car. Now, value. You were asked the question?
Yes.
And I'm now going to provide the answer. $8 million I'm bid. On my right. $8 million with the voice. $8 million. And I will take 8.5 million. I rather suspect that won't be the last bid. $8 million on my right here. At $8 million. 8.5 now. Who would like to be next in for this truly magnificent motor car? $8 million on my right with the telephone. 8.5 million now bidding. At $8 million. 8.5 million. 9 million now. 8.5 if it is against you. At 8.5 million, I have the seated bid at 8.5 million. 9 million now. At 8.5 million. Seated bid, $8.5 million. 9 million now. Wherever you like, at $8.5 million. The bid is in the middle of the room at $8.5 million. Give me 9 million, wherever you like. 8.5 million. $9 million. I'm now bid at $9 million. Now let's make it $10 million. $10 million would you like? At 9 million, I have the seated bid of 9 million. 9.5 million I will take at $9 million. 9.5 million, thank you. 9.5 million. 10 million would you like? Or 10 million would you like in the middle? 9.5 million, I have the seated bid of $9.5 million on my left. At 9.5 million. 10 million now. 9.5. $10 million! I am bid at $10 million. 10.5 now, sir. You shouldn't need to think at this figure. $10 million I'm bid, and I will take 10.5. Look at the car. You can't get closer to it. Well, you could get closer to it once you've bought it. I bid $10 million. I don't mind 10.1 million. It's your prerogative, sir. 10.1 million I'm bid. In which case I'll take 2 and treat you the same way. 10.2 million. 10.3 million, would you like? 10.2 million, or would you like 10.3 million in the middle? 10.3 million I now have. 10.4 million. 10.4 million. 10.5 million. 10.6 million. 10.5 behind you. 10.5 million. 10.6 would you like in the middle? At 10.5 million. The bid is on my left. At 10.5 million. 10.6 now. At 10.5 million. 10.6. Still plenty of you in. At 10.5 million. 10.6 either. The bid's at 10.5 million. 10.6 now, sir. A serious conversation going on there. 10.6 million. At 10.5 behind you. 10.6 now. At $10.5 million for this most magnificent of motor cars. At 10.5 million. 10.6 may I say. At 10.5 million. Are you bidding? On my left. The bid's at 10.5 million. 10.6 now. At 10.5 million, ladies and gentlemen. 10.6. I can't think of a reason why not. I really can't. At 10.5 million, against you in the middle. 10.6 would you like? 10.6 million right now bid. At 10.6 million. I thought that this figure would be rattling along. At 10.6 million. 10.7 now, sir. You're out in the middle. At 10.6. 10.7 now. A little discussion going on. At $10.6 million. 10.7 now. They've got plenty of time. The bid's at $10.6 million. 10.7 now, sir. 10.6 million. Bit of history here at 10.6 million. You're out on the telephone and you're out in the middle now at 10.6 million. May I say 10.7? The bid's against you at 10.6 million. Make it 10.7 at $10.6 million. I suppose if we're over 10 million, we can take our time. 10.7 now. You won't get another opportunity to buy such a magnificent motor car. 10.6 million. Make it 10.7. Are you with me? At 10.7 million. Yes? 10.7 million. I can't believe that you're not waving at me. 10.6. Make it 10.7 million.
I can tell.
The bid is at 10.6 million. Would you like 10.7 on my left? He's smiling as well. 10.7 is against you in the third row and the fifth row at 10.6 million. May I say 10.7? Could be 10.7 million. As an old friend. 10.7 million? He's shaking his head. At 10.6 million. At 10.6, you're out on the phone. Out in the third row and in the middle. You're all done, ladies and gentlemen, at 10.6 million. I would advise you not to wait, because if you wait, you know what will happen.
He's
At
thinking.
10.6 million. You know what will happen. You don't put your hand in the air. There will be big regrets. At 10.6 million, probably tears as well. Almost certainly tears. And it's 10.7 million. Thank you so much. 10.7 million. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am selling the car, which I rather suspect will instigate some action. Not that we haven't had any. 10.7 million. Now 10.8. The car, make no mistake, I'm selling the car at $10.7 million in the middle of the room at 10.7 million. And if you don't bid on the flanks, you will lose the car because it is being sold in the middle of the room at 10.7 million. I'm going to call the car, ladies and gentlemen, at $10.7 million for the first time. $10.7 million for the second time. I think there's some brinkmanship going on the left here. 10.7 million and selling the car for the third and the last time, ladies and gentlemen, at $10.7 million. You're losing it, and Jacob, you are losing it. This is your last chance. At $10.7 million, I'm selling the car. Jacob's head is going up and down like there's no tomorrow. No. Then are you bidding, sir? Do you want to bid me? Then at 10.7 million, as I've said, ladies and gentlemen, for the third and the very last time this car is being sold, the Mercedes goes at $10.7 million. All done? Sold your car!
Congratulations! A new world record for a 540 gauge special Roadster. You're doing a great new round. Well done.